Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 4th episode of our Tracks Only series here on Transport Fever 2. Last episode, we expanded all the way out here to Spalding and Oundle. I believe we finished setting up this lovely freight mainline here, which is currently making us quite a bit of money. This train is doing very well profit-wise. We started upgrading our trams to electric trams. Where are they? These things. Yeah, no, we did do this last episode, I believe. These lovely little electric trams. These tram lines are busier than ever. Damn. One thing I have noticed in between episodes is, despite us having now done this train connection between Biggleswade and Halstead, we're still running these steam trams. So I think it's about time we say goodbye to this line. There's not really much need for it anymore. We have a train connection. Double checking on these two lines. They're doing pretty alright. I think we're going to go add another tram to that line. Or not. Apparently there's no depot. What? How's that possible? There's a depot right here. Okay, fine. I guess we'll buy one of these. It was that colour. To the counterclockwise. We're missing electrics, apparently. Don't know how we're doing that. Because we're missing electrics there. I see. That's what the problem was. There we go. Lovely. And in the meantime, I guess we can take up... Nope, we can't take up. That's a good point. We're still running the waste out here. Which, speaking of, actually, we can move the waste to steel line. Doesn't need to come out to Biggleswade anymore. It only needs to come to here. Because we run hopper cars. Yeah, we run some hopper wagons on this train. So it could bring the waste back up the line. But yeah, so we got rid of the unnecessary passenger connection here. Yeah. I reckon this episode, maybe we expand down to Mexborough. We expand another passenger connection out of Southend, maybe. Or do we look at making freight better? Because I definitely think we could use at least another mainline train. Or do we make this one bigger? What do we have cargo-wise? Ooh, we have these state cars now. Bigger and better. What's top speed of you right now? Top speed of this at the moment is 40. Which is limited mostly by... I think it's... Yeah, it's these hopper cars mostly. Do we have another option for hopper cars? 35. 29. 31s. These all do 60, but I don't want to use your standard everything. Oh, these things. Well, these things do everything as well. So I'd probably prefer these things. So 60. What can do 60? Honestly, these. One of these. Could work a little bit reverse order. We're going to go with... What's capacity for waste right now? 12. We've got 18. And then we bring in some flat cars. Bring in 2 of them. Stops us down to 50 mile an hour top speed. Or... Well, those are 45. What have I got right now? You know, right now I have got those. What are my other options for bricks? I mean, these, but... I might as well just use them in general then. So, I guess we're doing 50. And then just a bunch of these, I guess. Might throw in another flat car. Another flat car is probably better. And then just throw on a bunch of this. Or throw on another flat car. And then these are what, 160 platforms? So that I think will fit in the platform. This should be as big as we can make them for now until later on when we expand. Let's just see how this does. Been a nice 50-mile-an-hour in places. Ooh, we've got those electric bus things that we can't use. A couple of tankers. Getting above that 40-mile-an-hour, we didn't have the power abilities to cross before. Pulling into the freight station. Pick a bunch of tools and mail. Just a bunch of tools. We didn't pick up any mail this time. But we have 70 tools on board. How's tools production going? 24. Neither of those have anything on board right now, but they're probably about heading back. But these tools, I believe it will go into Biggleswade. Yeah, all these tools will be going to Biggleswade right now, so that will be one big payday. Be a nice looking big payday as well. Mail, some waste and stuff going off towards Olstead. Going to the tunnel first, into Henley first. Onwards towards our final stop. Well, no. Onwards towards the final stop for all these tools on board. For one big payday. Can't wait to see what that's going to look like. 70 tools. It's a lot more than we used to take. Oh, new. No, that's closing. It's not new. It's a closing goods factory. Coming up under the bridge. Pulling into the freight terminal here at Biggleswade. What kind of money are we looking at here? Only 96,000. Most of the tools didn't get off the train. Where are most of these tools going? Last stop in line is Olstead. Where are they going? Yeah, well, these wanted to go to Biggleswade. Is he just going to hold them on board and then drop them off on the way back? So it's really annoying. Like, I had stuff at this station that needed to go towards Olstead. Like food and mail. They wanted to go this way, but it couldn't, because we didn't let it. These are those nice long snaking freight trains. Kind of cool to look at. That's kind of cool, it's pretty cool to look at. Here he comes, 500,000 for bricks and all the waste we had on board. So now on this line, 116 rate. I don't think we need that much. Get rid of one of them. Yeah, we really don't need that kind of rate. 77 compared to the main line is only 68. And the main line's moving more than just waste. Imagine one of these trains. 8.4. 8.4 million. So actually we can almost afford another one. I just want to see these tools get dropped off. These tools will be a massive payday when they get dropped off. Especially since they've been dragged further down the line than they're supposed to. And here we come. 2.1 million just from tools alone. You know, I might get a second one of these. Just keep money flowing. Okay, where are these steel trams? Both are just leaving Biggleswade. So neither gonna be doing much for a little while. That's passenger train's doing. Doing pretty alright. This is train 3, what about train 5? Train 5's sat over here waiting. fine, both making some decent money. A little line overview real quick. We're losing money here. Losing money in a couple places. But we are making a lot of money. So no disappointments there. Making lots of money. You want goods machines. Preferably I do want to start producing those at some point, but right now they're not really feasible. I mean, we've got plastics and oil here. We need steel down here, but that's doable. But then I need crude oil. Where the hell am I going to get crude oil from? Except for here? Spalding? You know better? Not really. There's cows. No, because I'd use Spalding to make fuel, and this one, and offset 2, maybe even offset 1 as well. So yeah, maybe go for cow. No, if I use these 2 to make oil in there, and then bring crude oil away from Spalding, down the line, that back down here. But that's the thing we can look at later if it's still there. But right now, I want to get on with making a passenger expansion out from towards Sevenoaks. So we want tracks. I want the base game tracks. I don't know what the difference is. Look the same to me. Platforms. We want some Great Western Rail, some Boggo standard ones. That. Do kind of want to move that passenger building. Don't know if I can without it losing connection though. I'll pause again. Delete that for now. And then come back to it in a sec. Pop those down. Bit of bridge like that. And then put some tunnels down this into the platform. Make it look a little bit interesting. And then put in a pathway. Give it a nice little cobble path. Oop. Some basic cobble path. It runs just kind of out. Like so. No? On that coming out. There you go. A bit more curved. Just like a nice little cobble path that runs from the bus terminal to the station front. Probably should do a little bit of a street connection, so what the hell? Do something like this. I'm just going to upgrade this street to a bigger street. There you go. But yeah, nice little street connection in, little cobble path, people to walk down this way into the station. Maybe we start doing some assets at some point. Like this could be like a nice little place for a market right here. Yeah, I might do some detailing during this episode as well, I guess. I hadn't thought about doing that until now. I don't normally do detailing in my series. I normally just build stuff. I quite like that idea of building a market there. Try and keep about 60 coming out of the station at least. We want to head, yeah, pretty much this way now. Pretty much like that. Then I'm going to do the extra track, or the double track on the inside of this. I know it'll be a bit slower coming into the station, but where's the harm? It's inbound, it's not like it's going to upset anyone really. There's some more signals around because we have got 2 trains running on the passenger line now, so definitely worth it. Oop, nope, not what I wanted to do. No, actual throw signals a little bit further down. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe space them out a little bit more. Nah, I like them where they are. I'm actually going to rush down to Sevenoaks first before we do anything more. Do we want to use any of these? What's this? Oh, it's a Metrolink terminal. trams. 120 meters worth of tram. That's a big tram. We can do a station like this. Sevenoaks. Glasgow Queen Street. Oh, that's big for the 1890s. A bit too fancy as well. Do something like this. Maybe throw in one of these. Just platform, network rail hubs. Ooh. You know, I don't mind that. Orange brick. No, I think red brick would look better. London brick. White stone. Ooh, yes, I do like a white stone. We're going to put the station about there. I have just done a 180 station, a 160 station, but honestly, at some point, all these stations are going to get renovated, or whatever you want to call it. We're going to get redone to have longer passenger trains, because I doubt we're going to keep 80-meter passenger trains forever. It's mostly at the moment because we are too broke to afford longer things. So it's better we don't waste our money on the infrastructure. Link that. Oop, nope, wrong place. I'm going to connect that to the end of the track. And run it all the way down here. Throw some signals along here. Don't need to be one way because trains normally adhere to where you're supposed to go anyways. And then we'll throw a signal pair there. Then from Sevenoaks, I want to end in Mexborough. Mexborough could probably come straight into the middle of the town, actually, yeah. Any other interesting passenger stations? Filtered by passenger. I mean, there is always King's Cross. I feel like King's Cross is a little big for something like this right now. Southern Rail. London Northeastern. Honestly, I do kind of just want to go with another one of these refurbished. In some nice white stone. No, actually, no, we're going to go red brick for this one. Be different. And put it there. So we're going to have this come out like this. Crosstrack doesn't want to play ball. Maybe make it a bit smaller. Yeah, there you go. Signals. Now we're going to run this pretty much through here, I think. Will be the best bet for a decent connection. What kind of tunnel do we want? Dark and dreary. Those two modern. Yeah. No, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Take it back to just here. There you go. Maintain 100 mile an hour around that. And then you just got to run it downhill. Can it get down this hill in one foul swoop? When the game comes back. Yeah, kinda. It's a bit of a big bridge. Oh, I didn't want it to auto save at the same time. I wonder if it's having issues. I can't lower or do anything to it, so I'm going to say no to that. We're going to build this a little bit better. We are going to curve around like so. Then take this back to the tunnel entrance. And do something like that. I know it's 80 mile an hour minimum speed now, but again, we're running trains of what, 60 mile an hour, I think. Yeah, we're running passenger trains at 60 mile an hour. Doesn't need to be anything too extravagant right now. It's just for connection. Signals. More signals. One more pair of signals there. Set the line up. There we go. South End, Sevenoaks, Mexborough, back to Sevenoaks. You want to be left side of the track, thank you. This is TP South End to Mexborough via Sevenoaks. Give it that same normal greenish colour. And now we're going to get on with connecting public transport to these stations. Road network, something like this, usually works pretty well. Benji more like that. And then we will go with a hook like that and a hook. And you can come up like that. And you can hook into there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that layout. And then we throw the depot somewhere. Where is freight? Where's the industry? Over here. Throw the depot in the industry for right now. Probably gonna have a tram coming around this end of town anyways. So where's the harm? Run it around past the front of the station. We're gonna go up this way. Like this. So I'm gonna get rid of that section. We're gonna go this way with it. Like that. So that will be the tram road. Yeah. Honestly, probably gets more coverage. Again, big stops outside the station. Then just run a couple of little stops around the place. Some stops there. Pair of stops there. Pair here. And one last pair there. This is going to be P7. What are we doing? Clockwise? No, counterclockwise. Capital L, please. Counterclockwise loop. And read that color. Now, this is the clockwise loop. 7 Oaks clockwise loop. That color. I'm going to start with 2 of each, actually. We're missing electrics. Where are we missing electrics? I don't see any missing electrics. What do you mean missing? No, but I see the missing electrics because I did the entire tram, the whole current tram line with catenaries, whatever, turned off. I need to do this thing. I need to do this thing called turn them on. Help a great deal. There you go. Now they've got some electricity to run on. And then we're gonna do the same thing down in Mexborough. Well, the Mexborough is quite small in comparison. Can I run like a little road? Yes, I can. I'll try not to destroy too much of towns. Link to there. Bring that road out like this, maybe. I'm just trying to kind of inspire some growth, I guess, as well. If I can get the town to grow, I can get more people on my lines. I'll move that connection right now and redo that way better than what it is right now. With just a simple connection like that. It's so much better now. You're going to upgrade this all the way through to Ride, because Ride is probably the next place we're looking at train-wise, and passenger train-wise. Because we're going to be starting a new line coming out of Ride. Speaking of which, is there any way that I would put a King's Cross station on this map? Maybe Rugby? York, Wandsworth. I mean, Wandsworth is quite a nice big place. I don't assume it was the biggest place to start with, was it? Actually, it might have been. It was 100%. What did Biggleswade start at? Start at 189, yeah. Biggleswade might have actually been the biggest place on the map to start with. 222, yeah, it was. Wandsworth. Wandsworth would have been the biggest place to start with. I can see why. It's a sprawling mess though. But we're not doing any of that right now. We are back down here at the other end of the map in Mexborough. Gonna go and I'm actually gonna bend these away from each other right now. Probably bridge over the track at some point in the future. But I am going to put the large stations there actually. Stations like this, like that. Tram stops. And then one last one here. Kind of miss out the middle of town though. Could we go like that? Just kind of like a loop. Don't know how I'd feel about doing something like this though. Bit twisty. No, I'm gonna get rid of that. We'll just cut out the middle of town for now. I'm sure the middle of town will move somewhere else when we get big, when the town gets bigger, anyways. And we're just gonna put the tram depot there. So we kept up that little bit of track. Alright, Mexborough is gonna be the clockwise loop. No, the counterclockwise loop. Message Mexborough counterclockwise loop. I keep missing that capital L. Fourth line. Go around. Road tram passenger. Mexborough clockwise loop. And then we're going to throw one of each of these electric trams onto this for now, because it does not need to be anything too fancy. It's a small town. Counterclockwise and clockwise. Perfect. Now I'm going to do a bit of a bridge track between these two. Something like this. And then link that across. Nice little 50-mile-an-hour bridge track. Mostly if you're getting trains from one line to another, or if in the future, when I start doing something like that, chemical production, that we've got to bring, well, chemicals from one end of the line to the other, it needs to be able to jump this gap. And also, more importantly, I'm going to throw in a new depot just here, just like that. And we're going to go slow on these tracks too. We'll go 25. Bend them outwards. Something like this. And like that. I'm just going to move these signals a little bit further back. I'm not going to have an intake signal on the depot because it's a waste of time. It'll be a waste of space, really. So, 4 million to work with. What are we using currently? I think it's these things we're using currently. 60 mile an hour. I'm gonna go up to these because they're bigger capacity. Where is my front brake fan? Third class front. Yes, we go with that. We're gonna go with maybe that many. Give it a first class, and then a what do we do? Third class rear? Third class rear, I guess. The first class, like, kind of sandwiched in the middle of the train. Now, you need something that can do faster speeds. Do I have anything that can do faster speeds? No, not really. 1.8. No, I've got 1.1 mil to play with, not even 1.8 mil. It's going to be in this again, but I don't have the money for that. Only are you? No, you're way too expensive for my budget. Guess we'll wait for a little bit to get 5.4 million in here. Well, actually, we could cut out a third-class passenger car. There you go, 48 capacity. Throw you, and throw you on that line. You guys are only running 42 capacity. Didn't even notice that. Oh yeah, because they're running the small ones. These are the 8-passenger ones. Much bigger, much better. We've got people walking down here. And yeah, actually, we've done this line. This line works. I think it's about time we do some decorations. Do some aesthetics in here. So I think we should actually put in a little market in here. How do these things work? Fences are curved, yes. What does this kind of look like? That's not a curve. I mean, it is a curve, but that's not. No. That doesn't work the way I thought it would. Okay. We'll start with actually, we're going to go terrain. I want paint tools. I want just like a gravel, I guess. Just gravel. No, they all look too industrially. Dirt doesn't work. Asphalt. Oh, hexagons do look quite nice, but I feel like they don't match the era. Oh, they don't match what we're doing right now. You can get dirty water, get some riverbed, coal, snow. The hell? No. We're not doing either of those. I guess we will go with some asphalt. Asphalt 4. Yeah. There's some asphalt 4 in here. Get me some grass back in the other areas. No, that's corn. I want grass. Some regular green grass. And that brush side's way down. Grass. Here. Trying to get rid of the hexagons. Anything else that I put down? A round off market area as well. More like that. More like it. Yeah, more like this. Go to assets. Go back to these. The market stall here. Put a stall there. Yeah, put one of these stalls. Oh right, those stalls are the wrong way around. If I did the right way around, wouldn't it? Put a stall like this. Stall here. Rotate it around one of these. One or two of those. Yeah, that works. Get a dog in here. Any nice trees? Get an apple tree, maybe? Apple tree out front of the train station. We get 2. Common hazel. And just put some trees down the side here. No, those are way too big. Maybe some more trees. Is that it? That's all my trees. That's all my options for trees. It's a shingle oak. Scots pine way too big. European linden. Yeah, throw one in there like that. Doesn't need to be anything massive. It's more so just adding to decoration. An elderberry bush. One can fit there. Another common hazel, maybe? Pine, but that's not really. Corrugated. Ooh. One of these kind of assets. I feel like this is the wrong place for something like that, though. What's this? Oh, this is the whole market on its own. It's just a whole market. A really big market. No, I like what I've done. I have no idea what any of those are. And cattle pens and stuff. Side buildings. What the hell is this? Okay. Don't even know where I got that from. Why have I got cannons? Oh. Oh. What the hell? Okay, apparently I have this. Victorian terraced housing. Station shops. Foster. Pumpkin. Starbucks. W.H. Smith. No, we don't need any of those. Mad Hatter stuff. Churches. Police stations. Station assets. Salisbury Station. Car park, that's massive. Platforms. Canopy roofing. Pillars. Drains. Main building, side office, parcel office, what? I need these kind of lamps. Actually, yeah, we can get some benches in here. Could use some benches. Maybe a bin or two. Canopy, that's a massive canopy. Taxi stand, not needed. What the hell is all this? Those reboot boxes to have come from Amazon, but you know, I'm just gonna move on. Bunch of Great Western rail cars. It's not really the kind of thing you use in a... what's it called? Oh, here. It's not really the kind of thing you'd use. Oh, telegraph poles. What about these? What about having that mod? Section segment. You know, I'm gonna go. I wouldn't mind doing something like that. All segments stepped. So the side right. Of course, not what save happens right as I do this. No, it doesn't look right. Do it more from like down here. How something like that look? You know, not actually too bad. I do quite like that actually. Just like a gate, like a barrier to stop unwanted traffic or whatever. End it. There you go. And then I'm gonna run this curved. Lovely. I'm just going to run that to there. And then, to add to extra details, this is asphalt, so using asphalt path. Nope, wrong button. What did I push there? I have no idea. But, actually cobble, you know, that cobble path looks closer than anything else. But we're going to run a path through here like this. Ah, it's V that I keep pushing by accident. So something like this. Now can I go back in with the paint tool? Again, go, was it asphalt 4? I can't paint over the path. Now we have like a little market. People would come like and walk through the market probably to get down here. Do we have any like old trucks or anything? Right, small US stations. Good shits and stuff. No. Got some lumber and brick piles and stuff, but that's not something you'd be selling at a shop like this. People. No, I don't think I do. Lots of flats, fields. Ah, we do have lampposts. Do have some era accurate lampposts, so that's nice. No retaining walls, no. Is this like everything in one place? No, it's just track assets. Okay. I don't want to find it track assets, but you never know. I did not. Underground, definitely not. Rocks, fences, and then I think we're back to the start. I don't think I've got any vehicles, which is unique for me. Normally I have plenty of vehicle things in here. I've got plenty of trains, I guess. Plenty of like Great Western Rail trains and things, but unless no, that's all just one thing. Or just that one truck. Cycle racks, steps. No. Nope, I do not. So I think this is about pretty much as detailed as it's going to get, but this is still better than it was before. You know what, actually, we'll throw a tree or two in here. Let's give it a little something more. Throw a tree there, and then maybe we'll give it like a nice apple tree there. I can't help myself. No, that's too big. That looks right. Look, people are actually walking through the market now. People are walking through a little market square to get over to the train station. Those trains are doing good. Well, those trains only just set off, so not surprised nothing much is happening with that yet. Actually, have I unlocked? No, I haven't. There's electric trams that will be coming in at some point in the near future. This train, out goes the train. No one is walking through the market on their way out though. Everyone walks this way. Well, if we got rid of that path, let everyone walk through the market. No, I think we're alright with doing something like that. It's just for decoration anyway. It's not like people actually could go to the market and buy anything. Nice little tools delivery here. Going into Southend. Surprised Southend isn't getting many of the tools that are being produced here. Consumers, most of it's Biggleswade. I think it's about time we upgrade and I'm actually gonna. Okay, somewhere along the line there is missing electrifications. Probably with the depot itself. No, to the depot itself actually. No. Go back to no on those. gonna put a proper depot in town. Industrial area probably. Yeah, throw it there. Although, can that get? No, but we can just do that. There you go. And then I'm going to duplicate each of these trams. So we've just quadrupled the capacity of both those lines. And from one single tram to 2 double trams. 22 passengers per tram now. These little things nipping around. Come in, they drop off people, they pick up other people. In comes the freight main line. Drops on a bunch of bricks and food. Picks up all the tools, bit of waste, some other mail. Where's this train currently? On its way down to Mexborough. Oh, it's already been in and out. Damn, I missed it. Kind of a shame. Other tools to Southend tram. Where's the actual freight trams? I'm going to duplicate that one. Where are freight trams? You're not a freight tram. You're a freight tram, and so are you. Where's the other freight tram? It's just starting the route. No, it's not. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you will be the next one back to the terminal. 22 people on that tram. It's just so nice to look at this and think, yeah, we made this. We made this custom little market here. Not that I can stop people from building on it, I don't think. Oh, we've got underpasses. And a hub street station. What? Hub station street. What does that even mean? And then I've got... Oh, for the tram stuff. These basically pre-built bridges. I'm probably never going to use, because trams can work just fine on the road. And trains work just fine everywhere else. Also, goods factory is about to close down. It's a good thing we weren't using it. You know, it's probably time for us to look to start doing this massive oil run from here all the way down to here just to make some plastics and stuff. Yeah. Get the freight station going in this end. This one, it could be single track. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna go 320 on the 320 on the platform. Whether we can afford a 320 train off the straight away or not is a different story, but I'll be ready because this kind of line is gonna be big. It's gonna need big trains to keep production up. 125. Bring it out this way. And like that. Perfect. Signal there. Signal there. Signal here. Wait for the autosave. Here and there. Get rid of those 2 signals. Then run all the way back down to Mexborough, where I've got to do a similar thing at this end. Then I'm probably going to do the rest of tram. Like train the crude oil down here and then do the rest from trams. Because the rest is 1-to-1 ratios. So I can do a half and half tram. Switches there, switches, signals, signals there. Then we're going to jump straight to the switch, and I'm going to actually get rid of. Didn't mean to get rid of the track. My bad. Sorry, mate. Carry on. but we are going to go all the way from here to there, and that will be train freight crude to oil 1, and because it's not proper oil, we'll go with a darker grey, not complete black. Start the train out of this one. It's going to need some time. The platform's going to need some time for it to get some crude oil on the platform, so give it some time. Save it a little bit of money. Get a loco. Only have to do 50. So what do you guys do? 52, 40, 52. I guess I could do one of these. Yeah, perfect price. And it's only 175. Only 175 meters long. London Northwestern Rail. Little tank engine. All these tank cars. It looks ridiculous. And it's poor, I'm not surprised. Poor power, I'm not surprised at all. Look at it go. How long this guy's going to take? It's going to be a while, I think, before that actually gets there. So maybe we look at that next episode. Because we have approached... Yeah, we're approaching the hour mark for this episode. So next episode, that train will pick up its first load of crude oil and start the run all the way down here to Mexborough. In the next episode, we are also going to be hooking up the oil to the plastics. And then go from the plastics down here to 7X Good Factory, and if we've still got time at the end of that, by the time we've done that in next episode, we can then look at producing our own steel, which as of right now I have no idea where we're going to get stuff for that. There's a bit of coal there, a bit of ore over there. There's 3 ores there. Ooh, this could be interesting to produce steel. Either that, we have to ship some of this steel from the waste instead of bringing it to the tools. Bring it even further down here to make some goods. But I think that will be for next episode. So for now, it will be an adios. And I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I hope to see you again next week for episode 5 of this series. I wish you all a wonderful day, evening, morning, whatever you're doing. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and adios.